Hey, what's going on, guys? Archer Mark here. I'm back with another action figure review. And today I have another Neca figure. This is the Lone Ranger figure from the recent Disney Lone Ranger movie. And I think it's a pretty good figure. I'm very happy with it. I know the movie wasn't the greatest, but I still enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it as much as I'd hoped, but I still enjoyed it fairly well, enough that I got the figure. If I disliked the movie really that much, I wouldn't have even bothered with the figure. Uh, but I did enjoy it, and the figure is not a letdown in my opinion. I really am glad I picked this up. You know, Neck again does a really good job of the articulation and the paintwork and all the little details that they're known for. We'll give you a closer look in a moment. First, we'll show you the packaging. They went kind of basic on this. Here you see the top, the movie title is Disney, The Lone Ranger, and you got a couple birds flying around. It's very basic yellow backdrop. There's no scenery, anything. Down below it says there's the character name, The Lone Ranger, and a nice close-up shot of the title character played by Armie Hammer, which I think he did a pretty good job. And we go over here, ages 14 up, warning, choking hazard. You see, again, very basic, nothing on the side. This is not typical with NECA figures. They didn't go all out on the packaging on these figures, which is the norm. But the back, again, nice big bold lettering, the Lone Ranger and Disney right there on the back, and a full-size image of the action figure in all his glory. Looks pretty good. Again, fairly basic compared to other NECA figures, but it's passable. Okay, so here is the figure himself, and I think they just did a really great job again of the paintwork, all these little details. We'll give you a close-up. See the facial sculpt, which I think they did a pretty good job. Obviously, you can't see all of the face with the mask, but they did a pretty good likeness of Armie Hammer. And you can see the mask, has that kind of leathery look. And what's neat is it's like a flexible material. It's not removable, which that would have been cool. But it does sort of move. You can sort of shift it off the face a little bit. It moves. You can lift it up just a little bit, and you can see that how it's really kind of molded onto his face, or molded to fit his face. Okay, and we go down and we could see like the scruff on his cheek and above and below his lip. The facial hair there. You can see a little bit of the dirt on his white shirt, and we go down. Everything is sculpted nice. The coat and the vest, and his pants and shoes. Turn him around. Very well done. You can see there's the back of the mask tied on to the back of his head, and you can see even like a little bit of like the kind of stitching, or what would be the stitching in the coat. Little bits of silver paint on the back, and even now this coat is really nice. I really like the way they did it. It's a very soft, flexible, kind of rubbery plastic, and you can move it a little bit, and you can even see the silver bullets on the belt there in the slots, which is a really nice touch. It's something that they didn't have to do, because you wouldn't even see it, but they put it in there anyway, which is great. And you see the silver belt buckle, and again a little more silver. You have the buttons on the coat. Okay. And again, you can see how you can move the coat, and you have the two holsters. They are working holsters. There's one there, and this here holds one of his guns. He comes with the 2 pistols, 6 shooters there, and they fit really well in the holster, and they fit really well in the hands, both hands as well. So very well done. Up here you see his Ranger badge. Nice little touch there. And he's got his red neckerchief. Okay. And something else that I think is a nice touch is the hat. The hat is removable, so you can get a little bit better look at the facial sculpt. And you see how well they sculpted the hair. Very nice. Which again, I think is a nice touch. They could have left the hat on. I think most people, if they have this figure, if they have him displayed, they're going to display him with the white hat. But it's nice to have that option. And we'll just put his hat on. Okay. We'll give you a rundown now of the articulation. It's not the most spectacular articulation, again, compared to some other NECA figures, but it's very well. You have a ball-jointed neck, ball-and shoulders, ball-and elbows, swivels at the wrist, swivel waist, ball-jointed hips, ball-and knees, and ball-and ankles. So I would say pretty good articulation. Again, compared to some other NECA figures, it's not as good, but it's very, very passable. It does the job. You can get him in some good poses. He stands pretty well. We've seen figures from NECA with hardly any lower leg articulation in the past. So this guy, is pretty well. He's right in sort of like a medium, right in the middle there. Not super articulated, but not, poor articulation either. So I would say very good job on the articulation in general. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it on the guy. Again, the 2 accessories that he comes with, the pistols, paint apps, all the little details, very well done. Another thing that is, again, done well are the joints. The knee and elbow joints very much blend into the pants and the coat respectively. They don't stick out. They're not super noticeable, which is good, and it is, again, another kind of trademark of NECA. So, alright, so that's pretty much it. I went over everything. I think a pretty good figure. If you're a fan of the Lone Ranger, if you were a fan of the movie, definitely pick this guy up. I think he's definitely worth it. I was very pleased with the figure. I'm very happy that I was able to pick this guy up. But if you weren't a fan of the movie or the character, this may be a figure you pass on. I don't know. That's up to the individual person, but I think it's definitely worth picking up. It's very well done, in my opinion. But again, of course, that's with every figure, that is up to the individual consumer. But I'm very, very happy. Very much recommend this figure. So, but again, that's my opinion. So, hope you enjoyed this review, this look at the Lone Ranger from the recent Disney movie, The Lone Ranger, as played by Armie Hammer. And as usual, comment, rate, subscribe. Always would love to know your thoughts on this character. What did you think of the movie? If you saw it, did you love it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? I don't know. But there he is. From NECA, the Lone Ranger. I'll leave you so long, goodbye, and hi-ho silver.